No, they can't be.
They can't be. Yeah, because then that would make
Kinn and Porsche
related
cousins.
Yeah.
Like first cousins.
Yeah.
And and if that's true, the dad was just watching this the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
like,
my son is cousin. Hi.
Hello. We are back for the penultimate episode of KinnPorsche.
Oh my gosh.
KinnPorsche episode
13.
It was a doozy.
It was a doozy. Before we get into it, we just want to say thank you once again to all our patron supporters. So
yeah, we really appreciate all the support you have all been giving us these past few weeks.
Wow. So we just watched the episode.
Yeah.
And
so many
things are going on.
This is a good episode.
This is really, really good.
Well, I guess it is the penultimate episode.
Yeah,
So they have to
yeah.
start wrapping stuff up.
Yeah, for sure.
But maybe we could start with Vegas Pete. The scene with Vegas and his dad
Oh yeah,
was
poor
hard
thing.
to watch. But then right after that, it was a scene of like Pete, like with a knife, and it was just like, and I can't take blood, so it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, and I was fully expecting Pete
to kill himself.
to off himself.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, 100%.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see
Yeah.
Vegas doing it, but like Pete, like oh god, that was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because like just seconds prior, we just see him like doing this stuff too.
And it seems like he was self-loathing.
Oh yeah, like why didn't I
Vegas,
say no?
He didn't fight back. It's a lot of complex emotions and like
Yeah.
themes of like abuse.
Generational trauma. in a
Yeah,
way.
and like consent. It was just basically like a really abusive relationship. But also like you kind of feel for both of them
Yeah, in different ways.
in different ways.
Even when they meet back up later at Yoks,
Mm-hmm.
it was that same sort of energy where like Pete couldn't bring himself to kill Vegas either.
And yeah, and even like when Pete was freed, you could tell he still had feelings because he was crying when he was eating the noodles. He was remembering
Oh yeah,
that time with
Vegas.
Vegas. And like, is that really kind of relationship sustainable because of the way it started? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's so much trauma in the way it began.
Yeah,
Like regardless of
whether they love each other or not.
yeah, and like is that really love? Is it like Stockholm syndrome? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there's
for
all these
sure.
like complex things.
Not to mention they're both in the mafia. I mean, this whole thing is in the mafia, so
I'm curious to see how that's gonna get resolved.
yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm rooting well, I don't know. See, I don't even know. Like it's best for them to be together.
Yeah.
Like should they run away and Vegas get away from the Minor family?
It seems like they're setting up like a full redemption for Vegas and like just kind of like eject the Minor family altogether. But we'll see. Who knows?
Do you have anything else you want to say about that
It was so much.
relationship? That was a lot.
That was so much.
I mean,
so-
there's a lot of things that happened in this episode.
Yeah.
Wick and Porchay, they had that one scene.
Yeah.
Like, small scene where like Kim was
Oh, he was looking through all these like pictures and stuff. Because that was kind of happening almost like in parallel to Vegas Pete. Where like, oh my gosh, what have I done?
Yeah. I don't know if I fully buy Kim having feelings for
Yeah.
Porchay. That just kind of came out of the blue for me a little bit.
I see that, yeah. I know everyone keeps explaining it, and like to me, the age gap is still kind of weird. But I mean, obviously, in context, it's not that big. But
yeah, and to be fair, like that coupling had the least amount of time
True.
to develop. So I don't know. Maybe that's why to me it's just kind of not as interesting.
Yeah,
Because also Shay's like a kid, and he's
a
like
child.
and he had like a crush
The way that a child would act.
towards like an idol.
Yeah, like the kind of thing you're like Mr. and Mrs. Kim, and it's like the hearts and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's literally what he was doing.
Yeah, it
It's not
didn't seem
real
real
love.
love,
Yeah.
and so the fact that in this episode it showed that Kim kind of had feelings for
Yeah.
Shay I
Super
wasn't fully
bright.
invested in that.
Yeah, and it's also like the two characters that we've seen the least of.
Right.
So it's just kind of hard to buy into, at least right for us.
Yeah.
So-
Also, you feel the same way.
Yeah, to me, like it's not that I don't care about their romance. It's just like I could do without it. I guess it doesn't mean I don't care.
Yeah.
I care about the characters individually.
Yeah. Same. I care about them individually, but
Yeah.
not necessarily as a pair.
Yeah, that's our
Whatever.
thoughts on that.
Okay. So let's move on to
The main boys.
the meat of this episode.
Oh,
the
speaking of meat.
in the soup. There's a lot of soup and food in this episode.
Yeah.
Like the dad.
There was also meat and water.
Yes, and there's also meat in other meat.
I mean, we didn't see that part.
We saw a lot of it.
We did. Anyway, let's just get into it.
Just like how
It's okay.
Kin got into.
Stop.
Okay.
This is for YouTube, by
Oh,
the way.
sorry. Should we just get that scene out of the way?
Yeah, let's
clearly
talk about
that's
it, 'cause
top of
we're-
mind.
Yeah, they did it in like the hot tub. Or the
Yeah.
pool. Or the
Yeah,
hot tub?
it was a pool.
It was a pool.
It was hot though.
It was the rooftop pool,
Mhm.
and like they had the drone shot of the building, and it's like the only thing that's lit up.
Yeah,
so
if
you're
like
literally
spotlighted,
100%.
like there's the Deutsche Bank on the other side.
Yeah,
like,
if
those
you were,
bankers.
If you work late nights at the bank, then you're like,
yeah, you do.
ooh, that was intense.
That was a hot scene.
We had talked about it. Like, it was such a weird time at that point. Porsche hadn't approached Kinn about what he knew.
Yep, we were just like, this is weird that like they're having sex and they haven't had that conversation.
Yeah.
Even like when they went to the graveside, which is such a great scene.
Oh, that was beautiful.
When Kinn brought Porsche to meet his parents.
Yeah.
I thought that would be when Porsche would come clean.
Yeah, or like immediately after.
It's a reveal later in the episode that he contacts Vegas
for more information about the picture that Uncle T had showed Porsche. Even Vegas is like, okay, but why are you asking me for help? And straight up says, I can't trust anyone in the main family right now.
Yeah, which is kind of sucky. Like, he can't trust Kinn.
His lover.
I know.
But even Vegas had said, like, yeah, this is stuff for the...
This is the other generation.
Yeah. He said the adult. I mean, in the caption, it said adults, which was really funny.
Yeah, because I'm like, you're all adults.
I know. But, like, I'm in my... Yeah, I know. Because we're in our 30s, but we talk about like our parents' generation, like, oh yeah, the adults. Yeah. But he said like, I don't know anything about it. I don't think Kinn knows anything about it. This is like the adults' business. So I could try to find out for you. I just think like at that point, Porsche should have gone back to Kinn.
Completely agree.
Also, you know what I mean? And like he could still have Vegas help, but like also tell Kinn like, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah, wouldn't have been as dramatic.
Yeah, for sure.
But basically the uncle was hiding out at the temple. Vegas brings money to pay off the uncle for that information, and the uncle, he was shot before he could say it. The shooting of the uncle unlocked the memory.
Yeah. So which is something that I think I touched on in another episode, that like if you're a kid, why wouldn't you remember that person being in your house? But it was like,
you're right, you did mention that.
The trauma could have made you forget.
From Porsche's point of view, Mr. Korn killed his parents.
Yeah.
And then when he confronted Mr. Korn at the end, Mr. Korn's like, why would I kill your parents? Like, your mom
was my
sister. When they were planting those seeds earlier in the episode, we were both like, wait a minute.
Wait, is that the sister?
Yeah.
Because there was that dialogue. It was like, why would she go back to your family?
Yeah. And I was like,
no, they can't be.
They can't be. Yeah, because then that would
make Kinn and Porsche
related
cousins. Yeah, like first cousins.
Yeah.
And and if that's true, the dad was just watching this the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, my son is fucking his cousin.
So there must be. Well,
maybe somebody was adopted. Because even if
maybe Porsche
and
Che are the biological children of the dad,
and not
not necessarily the mom.
Interesting.
Potentially.
Okay.
Or maybe they're not, and they're just cousins.
Or like that. There's that 1K drama. Have you ever seen it? Autumn Story.
No.
Where like a brother and sister were like, when they were really young, they're kind of like flirting with each other, but then found out that like they were actually switched. The sister was switched at birth, so they weren't related.
So they weren't actually related.
They weren't actually related, but then they ended up dating each other anyway later.
But they were flirting with each other, knowing that they were siblings.
It's weird. I can't really explain it.
Okay.
Anyway, but if you've seen Autumn Story, anyway, sidebar. But yeah.
No, we were like, are they related?
Yeah.
Because I think what we started talking about that was when
he was talking to Vegas, right? He's like, because I've seen the
Porsche
woman.
was calling.
Yes, because Porsche had shown the picture that Uncle T had given him. So Vegas is like, I've seen that woman before in my dad's office. So we're like, oh shit, maybe she's also Vegas's.
I thought she was Vegas's mom.
Yes,
was my initial thought.
Yeah, or like the Oh yeah. We did think that because then we were like, oh shit, maybe they're related.
Yeah, which would still make Kinn and Porsche related.
And at one point, I was like, maybe she's the mistress or whatever.
But regardless, that ended up not happening because it's even worse. So
it's like the sister.
She's the sister of Mr. Korn.
Yeah.
So which makes
like the head of the minor.
Yeah, which makes him and Kinn
first
cousins.
Gosh, mind blown.
And on that note,
Jesus.
No, but this was really good. Can't think of like a weak scene.
No,
in this whole episode.
There was like so many good emotional beats and performances. Like you said, the scene at like the cemetery, that was so good.
The biggest Pete scenes were really good.
Oh, especially when they were like eating food in agony. It's like the opposite of like woman laughing into her salad.
There was some salad tossing too, by the way, in the pool.
Yeah, great performances again.
Really excited to see how this ends.
Yeah.
I really hope it ends happily.
I hope so too. I mean,
I know it's a mafia show.
Yeah, legit.
Like, if Kinn or Porsche dies,
there's no way. I would put more money. I would put money on like either Vegas or Pete dying before Kinn or Porsche.
Fair.
Because don't they have a season 2? Didn't they get renewed for season 2? Yeah.
There's season 2?
No, they got like renewed for season 2.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll find out. Oh my god, if any of them, if Kinn or Porsche dies, he's so mad.
There's no way that Kinn or Porsche are gonna die. I would 100% bet money that either Vegas or Pete gets killed off first.
We'll find out. Well, if you like watching our reaction, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit that bell button to make sure you get notified every time we post a new video.
Okay, we'll see you all next time for the finale.
Wow.
Of KinnPorsche. Okay, bye.
See ya.